Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So this video has been highly requested for a very long time. This is how I make my Planners Anonymous TN inserts. So if you want to see how, then just keep watching. Okay, so to start off with, we need to head to the Planners Anonymous website. Then you need to head up here to subscriber area and Peenie's Pocket. So the one that I'm going to download and use for you guys today is the In Bloom one. But you can download any one from any kit that you have been subscribed to. And this is a really good time to be showing you guys this because Sammy is about to take down anything from not 2019. So I think that means Main Street, might have been January. So Book Lover, Serenity, Holiday Home, all these old ones are all going. Now I have access to all of them because I've been a subscriber since day dot. You will only have access to the ones that you have been a subscriber to. So if you jumped on, say, at Hello Universe, you have access to all of those ones. And if you've only been on board since Pretty Posy, then you'll only have access to that one. But this is what it looks like when you've got all of them. So then from there we go here, we go to View for the In Bloom one, which is what we want to download. And then you can either then do the free ones, which are included. So these are the printable ones included in the kit. And you can do any kind of these ones. But I'm going to do the Luxe ones because I really love them and they're so pretty. So I grabbed this one. This is the B6 TN In Bloom Luxe Printable Insert, and I chose Undated, so that way I can use it whenever I like. Then you do Add to Cart and then do the normal kind of checkout system. So I have already done that. Once you've done that, you're going to get all the files emailed to you, and you'll get it in the form of a PDF file. So very, very simple, and then that's what it looks like once it's done. So there's 14 pages, which means you're going to need 7 actual pages to print this out because it's obviously half and half. So from here, we're just going to print this. So this is really simple. So it's going to go Control P. And then what you need to do is you need to make sure that it's actual size, because it's already scaled on the page to fit exactly where you want it to be. And then you just need to make sure that you go through all the settings to make sure that it's set up in the way that will work for your printer. So mine, I just need to make this layout. I just need to make sure it's on the short edge. And then I just like to up the quality from normal to best. Alright, so once that's done, you're going to hit print and then it's going to go straight to your printer and I'll be right back with the finished pages. Alright, so they are all printed out and ready for me to go. So before anyone asks me, the paper that I use is this Canson drawing paper. It is 110 GSM, which just gives it a nice little finish, but it doesn't, I don't know, there's something about it that just feels really, really nice. So I like printing my inserts on it. They also don't bleed particularly too much, which is when I'm writing in them, they don't bleed too badly. So what I like to do to kind of find the center of this, I kind of grab my ruler. I do grab my ruler. And then I grab my score tool, any of the ones that I have hanging around to find. And this is how I find my center, so I make sure that I get this in the right spot. So I'm just very gently scoring down there, which means I can then fold this over. And I'm not pushing too hard, I'm just pushing just enough so that I've got that line there. And then when I put it back in here, that's going to have the line that I can then put my holes in with. Now, putting the holes in is completely up to you. If you just want to use a stapler and do that, that's fine. I don't like doing that. I don't like using a stapler just in that way because I never feel like it actually lines up. So what I like to do is use my binding tool to just kind of put the holes in, and then I kind of put the staples in from scratch. That makes no sense, but you'll see what I mean in a sec. So I line that up, and because I've already put the score down the middle there, it kind of just helps me line this up a little bit easier. It is an extra bit. You don't have to do it, but I always just find it's a lot easier. You can make these sit in the right spot. This is the part that I spend a lot more time on than anything else, which is just making sure it's right. because once you put the holes in, you kind of can't go back. So this is the most important part in my opinion. Put that down. Put that down. Alright. So then you just need to punch your holes in. So I just work out how big my staples are, which they're generally about the same size as this hole space, so that works really well. I never push too hard because I want to go all the way through, but only just. So I'm just giving that just a little bit. I think I gave too much there, but that's alright. And if I notice that this isn't quite right, I'll just give it a bit of a yank. Alright, fingers crossed. Now what I was saying with the stapler, I have issues with the stapler because it never seems to line up in the spot that I want. So what I do is I put the holes through like this, I grab a set of staples, I separate one of the staples. Just sometimes easier than others. So I grab myself a staple, which sometimes I need some heavy duty tools to do. And I just thread the staple in. Yes, I'm going a bit far, I'm aware, but I haven't found a way yet to use the staple without it being an absolute mess, because my stapler doesn't reach all the way in. So I'm just going to fold that over, okay, and then repeat with the other side. Alright, so there we have the book bound. That was easy. Now comes the, well, I want to say now comes the hard part. It's not, it's really not. So this next part, I've cheated, and I actually have a guillotine. I have a big guillotine which helps me do this next part. So I'm just going to grab that. Okay, so this is my big gigantic guillotine. Oh, I'm just reminded to say my printer is a Canon TS9160. It's the only one so far that I found that actually lines up these pages to a point that I like them. Was recommended by Sammy from Planners Anonymous, so in my head it was always going to be good. Alright, so here's the fun part. You can do this with a paper trimmer, you don't have to do it with a guillotine. A guillotine will give you more precise results, which is why I like it. You get this big bad boy up. And then I rely a lot on my guide plate once I'm sort of going here. So I line up the cut lines, make sure that's in nice and solid. And I have to stand up, so excuse me for a sec. So then I like to get a really big hold down on here, because otherwise it does move a little. And then we go and pray that we don't mess this up. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Right, so there's the first side. I'm going to sit down again. So this is the trick I use to make sure that they're the same size. I get in a notebook that I've already got, and I use that to guide where this needs to sit. So I just use my finger and use the little guide tool that's here. And then I can just sort of make sure it's straight. And that way I know this is going to be the exact same size as the other one. So let's do the same thing again. Get a real big hold down here and then straight down. Alright, so the next bit we don't do with the guillotine, which just sort of surprised Ryan a little bit. And this is why we don't worry that we can still see these trim lines on the side, because it's not going to matter. So this is when we actually give this a bit of a fold over and make sure it's all sort of sitting nice. You can get clips and stuff out if you want to here, just to give you a bit more of a fold. I'm going to do that later. And then this is where I grab hold of that other insert again. Oh, that's perfect. And then I grab a pencil and just mark where this is on the page. Grab your ruler and we're going to cut it with the knife. Now this is the way that I find I get a nice flat kind of version of it, and the reason that I kind of sometimes use these clips just gives it that nice folded down kind of thing. There we go. So that's stuck there. Get the knife in, get the ruler in, make sure that's straight or straight enough. And then it's just a matter of cutting this through. So you can push really hard and get through more layers if you want, or you can just do sort of more cuts. It doesn't really matter. The idea is to not move the ruler if you can. Go. Put the lid back on so we don't cut our hands. And then you've got this beautiful, nice, clean edge, which is really my biggest thing when I'm doing these inserts. I can't stand anything fluffy. You guys know me enough to know I hate fluffy anything. It just drives me bonkers. But there we go. There's our little insert. Like I said, it now lines up perfectly because this printer is so good. But it's not 100% perfect. It's never going to be. But I haven't cut any of my edges off. I still have everything where I need it to be. And it's 90% perfect. And I'm really, really happy with, actually, this is the best one I think I've done. Oh, thank God I did the best one on camera. And it's just there for you, and it's lovely, and I love it. But I am going to show you one that I have pre-decorated. Okay, so this is one I did over the weekend. So I'm not going to show you any of these ones because they've all got stuff in them. But this is my July one, which I did using the Treat Yourself? No, not Treat Yourself. Time to Unwind kit. So just using the beautiful lavender there. Gone ahead and put some washi tape on the top and some stickers, and I just moved these around because obviously my YouTube week starts on a Sunday, and then I've just got all my dates all set out, all ready to go. Just added a bit of zhuzh from the kit, nothing too massive. The inserts really do speak for themselves a lot. You don't need to do too much to them. If you want to, you can go absolutely bonkers, but a lot of the time you can just leave them very simple and they still look absolutely stunning. So there we go. That's how I print my Planners Anonymous inserts. I have been using these like crazy in my social media planner. For me, this works. This system of planning out my YouTube and planning out my sort of social media stuff, using these kind of inserts works. So I'm going to keep doing that. But if you guys want to see these a little bit more often, I will show you the finished products sort of after each month. Otherwise, you sort of get a sneak peek of what's coming up. So let me know if you want to see those down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed and following me on all of my socials. If you have any questions about the printer, about the paper, about the inserts, let me know down below. You can leave me a comment there. Don't forget too that all of the old inserts, so anything pre-January, is going to get taken down off Peony's Pocket. So if you do want to get any of these Luxe ones, I would suggest grabbing hold of them now. Otherwise they're gone, and they're gone forever, and you won't be able to get them. So head over to Peony's Pocket and check them out if you're interested, and if you were a subscriber. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget, I'm doing my live video tonight at 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out with me, and I'll see you then. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!